Hi friends, Simit here from InformedTrades.com. Today is March 12th, 2014. Time for our daily Forex chart review. Basically, in this session, I review 20-some Forex pairs, share the trades I'm placing, my analyses of the chart, all to help traders learn. If any of the terminology is unfamiliar to you, or you're interested in exploring not only price action trading, price action swing trading, the style of trading that I employ, but we have a whole bunch of information on other styles of trading other markets over at InformedTrades.com. Check it out, register as a member, participate in our community, and share your knowledge, ask your questions, and we can all learn together. Okay, let's get started. On the screen right now is a Pound Canada chart, which is where we left off yesterday. It was a currency pair I thought about trading, but then decided not to. I still see. It still seems to me like an interesting counter trend setup potentially. Potentially, there's distribution going on here, but I don't see the downside because I see too much support. We're in an uptrend. We have the 50 simple moving average here, the 50% Fibonacci retracement. So I don't know. I don't feel comfortable in how much of a downside target there really is. Anyway, that's Pound Canada. I do have on 4 orders now that have gotten filled. So let's see if I can move any of them to break even, because if I cannot, then I don't really have any more tolerance for more trades at the moment. The positions are generally going pretty well, though, so that's good. Let's take a look at Euro Kiwi. That's one position. Okay, Euro Kiwi. Now, today's candle hasn't closed, but if we can close above this orange line, then I'll move my stop to break even. So that's we are now currently at, or above, I should say. We are now currently slightly above that orange line. You can see it here. Let me zoom in a little bit. You might be able to see it a little more clearly. Okay, so I'm talking about the last candle here. You can see we're slightly above this dashed orange line. If we can close above the dashed orange line, I will move my stop, which is currently here, to break even, which would be here, which is where I entered. So that's that trade. I also have on a Aussie Swiss trade. Okay, same situation here. If we can close below this orange line, then I'll move my stop to break even. And an Aussie dollar trade. I was short Aussie Swiss. You can see where I shorted here with my stop here. Short Aussie dollar as well. Yes, okay. So now let's see. We're not at this orange line here, so chances are I won't move my stop. But let's see. So all in all, those positions are going pretty well. If anything, I was most concerned about Aussie dollar because the 50 simple moving average could act as support in a way. And I may move my stop to break even prematurely, depending on how today's price action goes. Okay, so that's Aussie dollar, excuse me. I did just get my Canada yen position filled, and I'm really looking at Canada yen on more of a weekly perspective. So here you can see the order just got filled. Let's see what it looks like on the 4-hour chart. Okay, big candle down. You can zoom in for the 1-hour chart, looking for some positive news. Okay, this isn't the most encouraging price action, but that's I'm not too concerned about it because it's still early, and we're still pretty far from, or we just the day's not over, and we just now broke through that support level recently on the 4-hour chart. So we'll see how things go. Currently, it's slightly out of the money, meaning a slight floating loss. So those are the positions as noted. My stop is not at break even on any of them. So if all my stops suddenly got hit, I would be down 1%. Hopefully that won't happen, but it's a situation I do want to be prepared for. So because of that, I'm basically at my maximum risk tolerance. So it's unlikely that I'll put on any other orders. But let's take a look at what else is going on in the market. Euro Australian dollar, same situation, waiting for a pullback here. Aussie Swiss is basically the inverse of Euro Aussie. So if you recall, I was thinking about order going long here, which would have been a good trade, as we can see. But I did the same thing with Aussie Swiss. I didn't want to double up on, another short Australian dollar trade. One of my rules is, don't risk more than 0.5% on a currency in the same direction. So I'm basically, via my short Aussie Swiss and the short Aussie dollar position, I'm already risking 0.5% short on the Australian dollar. So I didn't need any more. That's sufficient reason to decline this Euro Australian dollar trade, even though it would have worked. Euro Canada, similar situation, a little bit similar. Canadian dollar has been declining sharply, so now just waiting for a pullback. Saying that basically every day, but situation remains what it is. Euro Swiss, I do have an entry order on here. Okay, we're getting closer to that entry order being filled. I'm set to go long at 21.37, with my stop at 20.80 and target profit here. This is basically a range-bound trade. If we zoom out a bit, we can see this is a previously established support level, and the market's been in a pretty tight, or been in a trading range basically for some time. You could say, really, for all of 2000, almost a year now, we've been in this trading range. Is it going to go higher? The moving averages are bearishly aligned, so perhaps that portends a bearish. Let's see what it looks like on the monthly chart. Okay, it still looks bearish. That is, so what happened here is the Swiss National Bank said they were going to defend 1.2. Let's see if they can. They've been able to defend it for almost 2 years now, more than 2 years. But let's see if that can continue. As you can see, the trend before the Swiss National Bank stepped in with that firm issue of defending the currency, it's a bearish trend. So the market naturally seems to want to gravitate lower. My trade is long based on I guess I'm speculating the Swiss National Bank will be able to defend 1.2. We'll see. Let's see if that order gets filled. I liked it technically. I wasn't really thinking about the National Bank too much. Euro Pound. Okay. Still in an uptrend here, and now we are at support. Okay, so we're at the 200 exponential moving average. This could be a really nice short opportunity on Euro Pound. However, I do want to see candlesticks confirm. So we've got Fibonacci confluence there. This is a Fibonacci line. We have this horizontal resistance level established here. And now we've got the 200 exponential moving average, all in the same vicinity. So this could be a legitimate level to short at. But I want to see candlesticks confirm. So nothing yet on Euro Pound, but maybe tomorrow or day after. Also, of course, as I noted, I'm at maximum risk tolerance, so let's see if we can reduce risk at all. Or get myself to breaking, which I may be able to do tonight if the positions continue in my favor, or even if they stay where they are. Euro Yen. Yeah, still waiting for that decline. 137.80 is the level I'm watching. I might be able to actually add another line. This might be a level I can buy at 138, 139 basically. That puts us a little closer. I'm going to leave it a little different than the solid big thick black line beneath it. I'll make it solid though. Just to signify it's not as significant of a support level as this black line. Okay, so that's Euro Yen. Still waiting either way, even if we take the support level I just added. Euro Kiwi we looked at. That's my trade I'm in at the moment. Euro US dollar. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll really, I mean, let's see if we can get a good pullback, but I'm going to need, like I mentioned before, 36.88. We're still 200 pips away. If we can fall 200 pips, that might be a good buying opportunity for euro dollar. Clearly an uptrend here. So so that's nice. And, if I can buy the dip in an uptrend, that's something I'm always interested in. But it needs to be a sufficient dip. Pound Australian dollar, moving on to the British pound currencies. Same as Euro Australian dollar, waiting for that pullback. 81.43 identified, established a support here, here. If the market falls again there, could be a level to buy at. Pound Canada, we took a look at that earlier actually. It's in an uptrend. Is there an opportunity to short it? It looks like distribution is going on, but I don't think there's much of a down or enough of a target profit opportunity. I don't think there's enough downside. I'm actually more interested in buying the dip, which I might be able to do. But let's, of course, as I frequently say, let's see if the candlesticks confirm. Pound Swiss. Okay, so I was interested in this, but this is an example of candlesticks not confirming. Um, so we're at the bottom of the channel here. Potentially could have been a very interesting level to buy at. How we broke right through it. When I mean candlesticks confirming, I want to see the candlesticks bounce off. I want to see something. Here's an example of candlesticks sort of confirm. Now this could happen tomorrow, where sometimes you wait for confirmation, you get this big up candle, but then it never comes back. So this is a better example of candlesticks confirming, where we have a bunch of long wick patterns right here, and then we get our big move up. Now, it depends on your profit target. That may not have been enough of a move. For me, maybe I probably would have gotten a move to break even, but then we probably would have come back down and taken out my stop. But in any event, this is an interesting example of candlesticks confirming. Long wick candles in a tight range. You can see the market is sort of respecting this level. It's having difficulty breaking through because bulls are stepping in to buy it. And when you see that, then you know that the market may be ready to reverse. You may be in for a candle like this. When you just have a bunch of down candles, even if they go through support that you've identified, it's clear that buyers aren't stepping in. So I want to see signs expressed by the candlesticks of buyers stepping in before I can put on an order to go long pound Swiss. Pound yen. Okay, well, see, this is... So I had gone short pound yen in my counter trend trade, and it didn't work out. I got stopped out here at this red line. However, it turns out the market basically reversed at where if I had put my entry order where my stop was, that might have worked a lot better. But in any event, we'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll actually go long. No, I don't know. We'll see. I want to focus, like I mentioned, I want to focus on going long a yen pair, going long pound yen, going long Canada yen. Long Canada yen is already filled, so that's something. Pound Kiwi. Okay, we are seeing some bullishness here. The market seems to be finding a bid at the 200 exponential moving average. Here is also a support level. This could be an interesting chart to buy at. I'm not putting on any more orders because I've already got exposure via Euro Kiwi, and I'm at my maximum risk tolerance. So we'll see. At least for now, it is an interesting opportunity, pound Kiwi, but I don't have the risk capacity for it. Okay. Pound dollar. This is also interesting. So that sort of supports the pound Kiwi trade. I do want to go long pound. I want to go long pound Kiwi and pound dollar. I think here is we're getting real close and sufficient justification for putting on an entry order here. I think you could even look at the 4-hour chart and go for this support level here. Yeah, 166. Nice long hammer off support, my all-time favorite pattern. You see a big long wick, you see at support at the 200 exponential moving average, right around this level here. But we'll see. Like I mentioned, if I can move my stop to break even on one of my positions today, which seems like it might be possible, Then I'll have some more risk tolerance available to put on a trade tomorrow. We'll see if the opportunity is still there tomorrow. But in any event, I'm very, risk management's the name of the game. Even though I'm seeing these opportunities, there's no guarantee. If anything, based on my method, most of my, I go for big wins. So most of my trades are losers. The big win justifies the loss. But it's never. I never with this approach or with any approach really. I don't recommend going beyond your maximum risk tolerance, and I think it's important to know your maximum risk tolerance. Okay, so that's the pound going to the U.S. dollar, dollar Canada. Okay, this could be an interesting short, counter trend trade. But we talked about this before. I didn't see. There's too many. The market might stop here. I couldn't justifiably target a to the downside below 109, basically right here, this gray line. And I'm not going to get a good reward to risk because I got to put my stop up here. So it's an interesting counter trend, perhaps, but that's often the problem with counter trend and why I generally don't do it. I'm still exploring ways to do it. I think there are certain ways it can work. Okay, dollar Swiss, similar to euro dollar. Need more of a pullback, really. The level marked 89.03. That's dollar Swiss. We just slipped that. Dollar yen. Dollar yen. Okay, there's I'm still like that level 101.31. I don't know. It's 160 pips away now, so I don't know if it's gonna come. I missed my opportunity, unfortunately. Just like I mentioned last week, life got in the way. I didn't get a chance to put the order on, which is really unfortunate, really annoying, but that's life. Dollar Singapore. Okay, that's dollar Singapore. And yeah, nothing here. This is another one where I missed the opportunity at this level, 25.90. Should have gone long here. 25.75, excuse me. I hesitated. I made some foolish argument about these converging trend lines, and that was enough of a reason to not put in. But really, I could have justified a 3-to-1 reward risk anyway. So anyway, I missed that opportunity, and now let's see if we can wait and get a pullback to 25.75. That's it for the dollar pairs. Let's take a look at the Canada pairs. Canada Swiss going to be very similar to Euro Canada, just like Euro Canada, we're waiting for a pullback, but it's like the inverse where the channel is going upwards. Canada Swiss, the channel is going downwards, and just want to get a pullback. Hasn't been happening, so we can skip it and go on to the next pair. Canada Yen. Okay. Oh yeah, well, this is what we looked at earlier. So this order recently got filled. Let's see where we're at. The stop's here. The profit target's way here. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. You can see the profit target there. Yeah, profit target's way up here. This is speculating the yen is. We're finally going to see it start heading up. We'll see. Okay. Canada yen. Okay, now we go to the Australian dollar. Aussie Canada. Okay, so we did bounce off this resistance level here. which was my target profit if my long order ever got filled. I don't have an order in at the moment. Now we're at the bottom of our price channel. Some traders may find this to be sufficient justification for going long. I would still prefer to see price fall to at least 98.68. So at least another 100 pips. Well, maybe not. There could be justification for entering now. Um, yeah, I mean we have a hammer pattern. It's off the bottom of the channel, and if we go from this swing low to this swing high, we do cut through a 61.8 Fibonacci line. So that's interesting. Going long Aussie Canada. But I'm at maximum risk tolerance anyway, so that alone is enough reason to not put it on. But in general, I would like to see more evidence. I don't see a really good horizontal support level. That's sort of what I would like to see here, and I'm not seeing that. But other traders may be less stringent, so they may be able to put it on, and if they have the available risk tolerance. So fortunately for me in this situation, I don't have to think too hard about any trades because I'm not really going to put anything on because I'm at my maximum risk tolerance. And if I was to put on a trade, I think the pound is I'm more comfortable with that than with the long Aussie Canada. Aussie yen, still range bound here. No, I'm not seeing an opportunity. Maybe we can fall back down to this green line here. Let me change it to black. That could be something. But other than that, I'll just wait. Yeah, I just want to make sure this is the right chart. I mean, this isn't a support level before at 91.19. That might be something, but even then, I don't think so. I think I'd rather wait till 88.09 if we can fall there. Aussie yen, Aussie Kiwi. Okay, so this is actually an interesting level now. I don't think, I mean, it's such a good downtrend here. I'd be much more interested in shorting at the top. So if we can pull back to 107.50, right around here. I don't think I got my entry order filled here, but it would have been a great, trade. Came very close to getting filled, but didn't. Close, of course, doesn't really make a difference. Market doesn't care. If we can go rally back up to the top of this channel, back up to 107.50, I think that could still be a good short opportunity. We'll see. This is a really nice downtrend, though. So that's Aussie Kiwi. We looked at Aussie dollar. I have a short position on that. That's going well so far. Let's look at Kiwi. Kiwi Canada. Okay, that's just running away without us. We're seeing a common theme on Canada pairs. What's going on here? Okay. Oh. Accidentally hit the wrong key on my computer. I apologize for that. Let's go to Kiwi Swiss. This is going to be very similar to Euro Kiwi, sort of like the inverse. I shorted here, in Euro Kiwi terms, I went long. When it's right, it would be the same idea as shorting Euro Kiwi Swiss here. So it's working out well. But anyway, I've already got exposure to this trade by Euro Kiwi. So even though I saw the setup, I didn't want to double up. Similar to Aussie Swiss, I'm short that pair. But and even though I saw a good setup on Euro Aussie, it's like the same thing. So if you win, there's no need to put on. Very rarely, I'll just look at whichever chart I'm sort of more comfortable with in that regard. So that's why I look at both charts, because I may be more comfortable with one than the other, but that does mean even if they both give buy signals, I don't think I'll put on. If I'm comfortable with both, I'll pick one that I'm more comfortable with. I won't trade both, really. I think that's doubling up. There are better ways to diversify. Kiwi yen. Okay, this looks like it's heading down. I mean, we are seeing some distribution at resistance. However, like I mentioned, I want to focus on opportunities to go long the yen. Long the yen on a weekly chart, I think. I've strayed from that idea. Let me just stick to it, even if it works or not. That's the one thing I have the most confidence in. The yen has sort of shaken me up a bit. I haven't done well trading. It's been my most problematic currency over the past couple months. But we'll see. So I'm just, in terms of how I'm dealing with it, I just want to focus on long yen trades on the weekly, short the yen, long yen pairs, meaning long dollar yen, pound yen, etc. On the weekly chart. Kiwi yen, this looks like a potential interesting short. If we can fall back to 83.50, that might be a long. And Kiwi dollar. Now this is actually, I'm very curious to see. Okay, so I was thinking about shorting. I've been thinking about shorting this a bunch. It might have gotten filled yesterday. Excuse me. It might move my entry slightly lower. But it looks like a good short. Now the reason I didn't do it is because the moving averages are bullish, 50 above the 200. They're tilted upwards, sloped upwards. The weekly chart, let's take a quick look at that. Looks even more bullish. You see it's a clear trend. So I'm more interested, while it looks range bound, the daily chart, I get that. I'm just more interested in buying the dip. So maybe buying at 83.70 will be an interesting opportunity. Let me actually add a Fibonacci line from this swing low all the way to this swing high. Okay, so we would need I would need probably a bigger pullback then. 83.70 is going to be a formidable level. We'll see. Maybe if the 50 simple moving average can get there in time, and we get some candlesticks, then I could buy there. But that's about it. No orders being placed. I am at my maximum risk tolerance. I did see some opportunities in the pound that I thought were pretty interesting. Pound Kiwi, pound dollar. Maybe those opportunities will be around tomorrow, and maybe I'll have the risks available then. That's about it. Any questions you have, anything you want to add, join us at InformedTrades.com. Check it out, register, participate, join our community. And until next time, we'll see you tomorrow. Best of luck in your trading. Take care.